Ciao, today we're gonna make chocolate mousse. This is an authentic recipe from the south of France from my sister-in-law, and you only need 2 ingredients: good chocolate and eggs. That's it. You may see other recipes that have whipped cream, sugar, butter. This is much lighter and a lot easier to make. If we're just meeting, my name is Katerina, and this channel is dedicated to the importance of family dinners, and my mission here is to help you make them easy and stress-free. So chocolate mousse is not necessary for an easy dinner, but it's just so delicious and fun that I want you to have this recipe. The first thing you're going to need to do is to measure out 100 grams of chocolate. Good chocolate, I recommend bittersweet, so it's not too sweet. A darker chocolate, in my opinion, is better than a milk chocolate because there's less sugar and more intense chocolate flavor. I'm using a brand called Michel Cluizel. I know it's a huge bag of chocolate. I have the names of some brands you can find at your grocery store, such as Vahlronoa or Lindt. I'll be using a 70% chocolate today. If you go too dark in the chocolate, then it won't be sweet enough. So I recommend between 60 and 72%. But you can play with this and decide what you like the best. So we have 100 grams of chocolate measured out. We're going to put it in a double boiler. I have the stove on at a low, medium heat. I have it on at 3.5. So you want the chocolate to melt slowly so it doesn't get burnt. Burnt chocolate means it's gonna get all thick and it's not good. While the chocolate is melting, you can get your eggs ready. You're going to need 3 eggs for every 100 grams of chocolate, 3 eggs separated. And all you're gonna do is whip the egg white with a little bit of salt. A little salt in your egg white will make the egg white stiffen, and salt also brings out the flavor of chocolate. So you can whip your egg whites while your chocolate is melting. Set your egg yolk aside. Then we're gonna put it all together. Chocolate mousse is almost done. Did you know it was this easy to make chocolate mousse? So excited. When you're beating your egg whites, you wanna beat them until they are nice and stiff and kind of creamy. You don't want to overbeat them so that they get dry, because then your mousse will be a little dry. So creamy and stiff. The next thing we're gonna do is pour the chocolate into a bowl. Once you have cleaned out your pan, give this to your kids to taste. Tell them if they do the dishes, they can have the chocolate. Next, we're going to put the egg yolks in the chocolate and combine them. So simple. Gorgeous. And you're just going to stir to combine. Next, we're going to add just a little bit of egg white, and we want to turn this more than stir it. We have a nice moussey egg, and we want to try to keep the moussey egg, trying to keep the consistency of the mousse. So once you incorporate a little bit in, I usually do it in 3 stages. And again, trying to turn it and kind of flip more than stirring. So you wouldn't want to whisk this, although my husband does sometimes. And I just argue with him that it's not as moussey. It's a little messy looking, but when it's done, it's so gorgeous. So you're just going to keep incorporating all of your egg white. So you're just going to keep turning it until it is fully incorporated and you have chocolate mousse. It's going to seem liquidy, but when it chills, and it needs to chill, I recommend 4 hours. You can leave it in overnight, but it needs at least a few hours to chill so that it solidifies, and then you get that moussey texture. So good. This is a small batch, but this is enough for 4 or 5 people because you don't need to serve a lot. It's always best to eat in moderation. And when you do, you can have chocolate mousse. You could transfer it to individual sized ramekins. You can just leave it in this bowl and then serve it from here so you don't have to clean another bowl. Serve it into individual bowls when it's time to serve. And that's it. Cover it with plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, recommended 4, or even overnight. You can make this stay ahead. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, especially since this is my 5th YouTube video and I'm afraid I'm leaving things out. And subscribe so you get the little notification on your phone when I post the next video to help you bring your family to the table. Ciao for now.